Alright, tell me when you start. Hey everyone,
I'm Lucas Rouchet.
and I'm Alok Matthews.
And this is the Nice News. All right, well, today in history, in the year 1780, British spy John Andre was executed right here in Rockland County in Tappan, New York.
Cool, awesome.
I know, right?
Sports.
Yes.
I'm David Martini, and this is the Sports Zone. For varsity sports this week, on Wednesday we got girls soccer against Nyack, girls tennis against Pearl River. Moving on to Thursday, we have boys soccer against Nyack and volleyball against Nyack. And on Friday, we have field hockey against Pearl River and girls tennis against Clarkstown North. And to end the week, we got the football homecoming game against Yonkers Montessori Academy.
Thank you, David, for that thrilling sports news report.
Now, Lucas, I think an important issue plaguing the school today is the new schedule.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and let me tell you what I think about that. I think that it's a good idea. I think that it gives students a change of pace every day.
A change of pace?
But the lunch is something I don't like.
You don't like the lunch.
I do not like the lunch, Lucas.
Please explain.
It's hot, it's sweaty, there are people there, a lot of people there, and it's sweaty and it's hot.
Good reasons. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of the common lunch. I think everyone having the same lunch is a good idea for lunch. And all the people could talk to their friends that they want to. You know, in the previous system, we had 3 different lunch periods at 3 different times. People didn't always get lunch classes with their same lunch crew.
Agreed.
But I do like the rotating schedule as well. I do like that I don't have the same classes every day that I have the same classes.
All good points.
All of these are good points. I'm a master. All right.
Should we ask our school community, Lucas?
Not yet. I have a couple more points to get to. Personally, I like having free periods that cycle in onto the times that I usually have class.
Well, that's if you have free periods.
Yes. Some people have the unfortunate position of not having any free periods.
And our hearts go out to you.
Our hearts go out to you. Now, a new facet of this new scheduling system is that the periods now have 55 minutes to them.
Long time. And with the walking periods, like, times before and after the class, that's 3 minutes on both sides.
3 minutes.
More than an hour.
More than an hour.
One
per
goddamn
class.
hour per class. But you know what I do hate? I hate that lunch is like at 10:30. I'm basically having breakfast. I went to Qdoba, everybody.
Rant to me.
I went to Qdoba, and I knocked on the door, and they were like closed. And I'm like, why? It's lunchtime.
Preach, preacher man.
But they looked at me and said, time. And I'm like, oh. And I looked at my watch. Guess what time it was?
What?
10:35.
10:35.
It's breakfast. I go there for a bowl, and they deny me because it's breakfast
A
time.
burrito bowl.
A burrito bowl, you're right.
Yes.
That's what I hate about it. The guy was just so mean to me. Yeah, what were you saying?
I don't think it goes by too slowly, actually, though I do feel bad for the people that have classes every single period and have them for 55 minutes.
All I wanted was like some steak and cheese and guacamole and queso and onions and tomatoes and a nice taco seasoning and some ground beef, a little more steak.
Hold on.
Yeah?
This is the burrito bowl, yes?
This is the burrito bowl.
That you went to
But I
Qdoba
could
for?
go. I could have gone to Qdoba and got a taco too. I was also feeling a taco that day.
Okay. Well, I also feel bad for people that have their lab periods on those days when they have 2 straight hours.
I feel bad for people who can't leave and go to Qdoba during school.
Yes?
Yeah, what were you saying about lab? I think listen, I think we should do our interviews and ask people around the school, right?
Yeah. That's good.
All right, start it. So we're gonna interview kids in the cafeteria now about the new schedule.
This is a live interview. This is real journalism. Welcome to
Investigate
journalism.
journalism.
Investigate.
Go! That's correct.
Excuse me. Ladies. This is for Nice News. Okay, I want you guys thoughts on the new schedule.
I love it.
You love it.
Yeah, I really.
Tell us
oh
more.
my god.
Tell us more.
Get off.
It's so good. I like how I have new classes every day.
New classes?
Yeah. Well, like different
Why?
orders.
Right.
Why?
Because it makes school fun.
What are your thoughts on Qdoba? What are your thoughts on Qdoba?
The restaurant?
Qdoba. Oh, the one in
Daniel Mall.
I haven't been there yet.
The one that opens at 11 o'clock in the morning.
What do you think about the 55-minute period?
I don't like those. No. Too long.
Explain.
Too long.
Explain.
I feel like I'm learning for too long.
Oh yeah? Learning for too long?
Learning for too long,
Learning
folks.
for too long.
Learning for too long.
much information. Part 2 of investigative journalism. Let's go to the library. Hello. Excuse me, sir. What do you think about the new schedule, about the new rotating schedule with the long minutes? What are your thoughts?
Answer.
It's good.
It's good. Explain.
More descriptive.
I have a lot of free time to do whatever I want.
Yeah?
Really? Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever he wants, folks.
Whatever he wants. You have a lot of free periods?
Sometimes. Today I had 3.
How do you feel about the days where you don't have any free periods and you have to go through all those classes with 55 minutes?
They're terrible.
Terrible.
What do you feel about Qdoba?
The
Qdoba, the restaurant.
Mexican food?
It's the one that opens
It's pretty
at
good.
11 o'clock in the morning.
I think it's terrible that it opens at 11.
How
It
about
should
the
open
food?
at 10.
How about the food?
I think it's terrible.
Excuse me. How about the food?
The food is excellent.
Food is excellent.
Okay.
That's been our reporting, folks.
For part 2.
Cut it. So that was a good discussion on the new schedule, huh?
Yeah, some very thrilling interviews. Now, let's go into our next segment called The Moral Idea.
So Lucas, I'm aware you thought of a question.
I thought of a moral question for us to ponder.
Before you go on,
course.
we should tell our audience that this moral question segment that we're doing, we ask each other deeply thought-provoking moral questions.
Yes. And then we discuss them.
And we discuss them.
Yes. Now, Mr. Mo Matthews, what do you think about artificial intelligence? Will it come to prominence more and more as we become a more technologically advanced society? Do you think it will take over humans? Do you think there will be an AI revolution? What do you think?
Listen, to go so far as to say there'll be an AI revolution and take over humans, I think that's a stretch.
Do you think there's no singularity?
I don't know what that means, but I think that's a stretch. And the
think
reason I say that is because I think humans will be in control mostly. But I do think that AI will become very, very prominent in our society, more so the Western countries first.
Yes.
Just because you already see Amazon Dot, Amazon Echo. I heard Amazon is starting a new thing. Another new thing, Siri, Cortana on the Windows phone.
Well, we know all these technologies, but do you think they'll take over?
I think they'll just become more integrated to our society. You see Tesla with their cars,
Yes.
right? Now, I'm pretty sure like Dell has created an AI that could talk to you and that learns information.
Okay.
But to go so far as to say they'll take over, I don't know. I just don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well,
What do you think?
I'm inclined to believe you. I think that artificial intelligence might become very, very advanced, but I think humans in general will stay in control of these robots because we are the ones that created them. We will have the source code, if you will.
But American jobs. Should we get into that, or should we bring in our expert?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and doors, we have a little guest for you. A moral expert by the name of, well...
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes.
How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Theodore Roosevelt with a PhD in morality and ethicality. Yes, a very kind, friendly man with his...
Very smart man. Very smart
I
man.
appreciate the straight case then.
Of course.
For Americans, for working Americans.
I can't see.
Okay, well, what do you think about the question I posed to the people and to, more specifically, the little man?
About the AI.
About robots.
Well, let me ask you this.
What's that?
You seen the show Westworld?
No.
I have not, but I know of it. They got nominated
Well.
for an Emmy.
See, that's the problem. Not enough Americans watch that show.
You're right. No, you're
He's always right.
you're speaking the truth.
He's always right.
He's a PhD.
All right.
See, that show's got the answers.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's time for him to just disappear. Now let's get into the weather.
Weather.
Or not. Here nor there. I heard in Boston it's chilly.
Chile, you say? I heard that in some parts of Russia at this time of year. It's cold.
Chile, I heard, is very warm.
Chile.
Rather not
We're
Chile,
all
if
about
you will.
puns here.
Weather!
Weather.
Or not. Here nor there. All right, that was the first edition of Night's News. Thank you for watching. I'm Lucas Rushak,
And I'm a Moog Matthews.
and goodbye.
Do 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 do.